everybody, it's Connie with SimplySimpleStamping.com. I am so glad you could stop by for a flashcard. Today I've got a really pretty one. I'm going to be using the Delicate Design stamp set from Sale-a-Bration. We're going to be using it in a very unique way, and I'm also going to bring in the Birthday Blast to create a really fun and simple flashcard. Let's get started. All right, let's go ahead and talk about the cardstock you're going to need for today's flashcard. I am using Flirty Flamingo, one of my new favorite colors. I have this cut at 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4, so it will fit into a medium-sized envelope. My flashcard pieces today are in Basic Black and Whisper White. The two stamp sets I'm going to use today, I'm going to use the Sale-a-Bration stamp set, Delicate Designs. I love this little border right here. I'm also going to be using Birthday Blast. I love the Celebrate You and that nice font, so we're going to be using those stamp sets today. I'm going to bring in my grid paper because I'm going to use it as a guide as I bend my stamp. So let me show you what I'm going to do. I'm going to find the center of my stamp, which is this point right here, and I'm going to put it on that solid line. I'm now simply going to take the ends and I'm going to just give one side a curve. I'm going to hold that. You might want to kind of hold that right there. We're going to give the other side a curve. And I want to make sure I'm lined up now without putting my head absolutely in the camera shot. I can't quite see, but I want to make sure I kind of have a nice oval. I feel pretty good about that. Let me bring in a piece of just copy paper, just some scratch paper, and I want to give this a test just on some copy paper. Of course, I could do it on my grid paper as well. But what I want to do is I want to make sure that everything's going to hit just right. You know, the last thing you want to do is be doing this on your actual cardstock and realize you didn't set it right. Now again, without you seeing the back of my head, I'm going to attempt to line this up right here and give that another stamp like so. Hey, I did pretty good, not too bad. Now let me bring in my flashcard. Yep, we're gonna fit perfect. Okay, we are ready to stamp. I'm gonna repeat that same process. We're gonna do it to our flashcard. Perfect, I've got that stamped. I'm now going to come in with the Celebrate You from the Birthday Blast. I'm gonna ink that up in Basic Black. I just think this Flirty Flamingo and the Basic Black look so awesome together. Let's stamp that right there in the center. I'm going to adhere that down. I just did that with some snail onto my Basic Black. Now let's go ahead and bring in our Flirty Flamingo. I have the Elegant Dots embossing folder. I thought it gave it a really nice texture. We're gonna run that through the Big Shot. Perfect, love how that looks. Okay, now before I add this focal image, we're gonna bring in a little bit of the White Organza Ribbon, and we're gonna make a little border for our image. Let me show you how. I'm going to use Fast Fuse for this. Let me make sure I've got the bottom of my focal image, and we are just gonna run Fast Fuse all along the bottom of that. I did that on my silicone mat because I didn't want to get adhesive everywhere. Let me bring in my ribbon, and you notice I've probably got about 5 inches of ribbon here. I prefer to have a little too much than not enough. Let's adhere that down. I can now come in, we're going to trim off the excess ribbon. All right, the excess is gone. We can now adhere our focal image to our card front. I am going to use Fast Fuse on that as well, just because we have so much texture on this card. And the texture, of course, raises the cardstock, so we don't have as much space that we can really adhere to. So I really like the Fast Fuse for that. Now let's doll this up a little bit more. I have got a couple of stars punched out of our silver glimmer paper. We're going to add those with some Stampin' Dimensionals. We'll add one there, one here, and now one last little thing. I made a little ribbon knot out of that same White Organza ribbon, and I'm just going to press it onto a glue dot, and then I'm going to add that right here to my ribbon. Just kind of polishes it off. Let me go ahead and bring in my other one because I wanted to show you. Do you see the difference? It's all in how that stamp bends. Now, I'm going to point one thing out. I got a little, just some little goobers. I'm not real happy with that. I'm going to share with you how I'm going to cover that up. Metallic enamel dots to the rescue. I will just come in and add a couple of those stars, which really kind of polishes off my card. If you'd like to add a few more just for fun, almost makes it look like a cloud now, doesn't it? I can kind of fill in just a little bit here. So a great way to cover up if your little corners didn't match up the way you wanted. Guys, there you go. Another great flashcard. The bending of those stamp sets, those border stamp sets, is so much fun. I really love that I can give one stamp 2 different lives. It's kind of fun. Well, guys, I hope you enjoyed the card today. Now, listen, if you want to see photos of the card or get a little more information, head on over to simplysimplestamping.com. Look for the January 19th, 2017 blog post. I'll have the photos there. And then if you'd like to order any of the supplies I used to create the card, no problem. Just click a pic. You'll go right to my online store. Now, if you love the idea of flashcards, but you don't love the idea of all that cutting, no problem. Go over to simplysimplestamping.com and order flashcards to go. You'll see it up there in the pink menu bar, flashcards to go. Pick the color collection that suits your fancy, and I will send you everything that you need so that you can be creating your own flashcards. No cutting required. You'll have all the scoring done. You'll have your envelopes, everything you need to create 40 cards in a flash. Well, guys, that's it for me today. I hope that you enjoyed today's video. We'll see you guys on the next one. Have a good day. Bye-bye.